David Wood, who was arrested for doing a Christian interview at a Muslim event in 2010 in Dearborn, Michigan, and reached a settlement with the city in 2013 where Dearborn had to apologize to you and keep that apology on the Dearborn website for 3 years. Sir, how does it feel today to see this?
It's not surprising at all. It's not, I mean, they were forced to, because they'd been sued in court, they were forced to deal with it. They also had to pay us a few $100,000 over that. But yeah, I mean, the way it makes me feel is, hey, I was telling you guys this about 15 years ago. I was telling you this in 2009, 2010, 2011, what was going on in Dearborn, the kinds of things that police were doing, the kinds of things that other people in the community were doing. If they didn't like you talking to a Muslim on a public street, they would call the police. And we're sitting here thinking, what? No one's breaking a law. Why are you calling the police? And the police would make sure that you stopped whatever it was you were doing. And so, yeah, we made a bunch of videos back then. We were attacked at one festival. We got arrested at another festival, and
they settled.
We were told we were the problem, right? Well, why are you guys going around talking to them? Why are you guys showing up to their city and bothering them? And we're
hold on. They said their city?
Yeah.
Wow. So, I want to get back to the terror attack that was just thwarted there, and what I said earlier, which was the lack of willingness sometimes to self-police their own in situations like this. Something you've been warning about for 15 years, but these are coming out of districts that are predominantly run by people who seek the similar ideology as far as the religion of Islam, and yet we're not seeing internal policing.
Oh yeah, and I can tell you how bad this is. People don't know this, but and we only heard this. I heard this from a woman, and two of my friends who also got arrested with me. They heard it from the guy who was doing our mug shots, because he did our mug shots separately and was talking to them separately. But they were talking to him, and they were saying, you don't see how messed up it is that we're being arrested for having a discussion on a public street? We were standing there having discussion. Guys were asking us questions about the Bible, and you show up and lock us up. You don't see a problem with that? And the guy who took the mugshots said, not to me, said to my two friends, but separately, he said, you don't have to tell me how many problems there are here. There are girls who get their heads chopped off and no one ever hears about it. It never makes it into the media. Oh, and by the way, if you ever bring this up, I will deny that I ever said it. But it's interesting because I separately heard the same thing from a woman who said that happened on her street. She said, all of a sudden there are cop cars around a girl's house. We never see the girl again. And no one ever tries to figure out what happened to the girl. So,
yeah. And obviously we can't verify this, but
that's true.
I mean, this is crazy. But the problem is I've talked about Dearborn before, and I get a slew of, my phone is blowing up right now with Twitter, of people saying that no, Dearborn is as peaceful as can be, but yet you differ. You beg to differ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and with me, it's how they come up with alternatives to Sharia law that give the same result as Sharia law. And this basically happened 3 years in a row. So I went to outside a mosque in 2009. Now, I'm careful. We don't go on mosque property. We just go on the public streets around the mosque, so that as Muslims walk home, we would hand them copies of the Gospel of John in Arabic. Mm-hmm. So that's what we do. And we'd hand them a Jesus DVD. If they don't want to take it, they don't have to take it. We just offer it to them as they're walking home to their neighborhoods. Well, we're standing out there, and all of a sudden, police show up. They, as the mosque is letting out, they grab all of the Christians. They round us up, and he says, everyone, give me your ID cards. So he takes all of our ID cards, and he's sitting there talking to the imam at the mosque in Arabic. So sitting there talking in Arabic,
the police
and
officer.
writing down all our names, the police officer, writing down all our names and all our home addresses. And then he hands us our IDs back. He says, I have all of your information. You're free to go. But by that time, everyone had left. So we were there to try and hand Muslims copies of the Gospel of John in Arabic. He detains us. We're on public streets. We're on public sidewalks. He detains us, keeps us there while everyone leaves, and then has the intimidating statement that he's got all of our information and that we're free to go. But it's like, notice what just happened. He He's a police officer, so he can take us into custody for some reason.
He loves the Constitution. He fights for what's right. He hates the bad guys. He's a freedom warrior. He's your freedom warrior. Watch Carl Higbie every weekday on Newsmax.